Today we are going to discussing about the second chapter of the syllabus named as Mechanical Properties of Fluids. Mechanical Properties of Fluids. Okay. In the previous standard, we have already studied about the states of matter. That we will discuss about in the concept of fluid. That in the previous standard we already studied about the states of matter. That the matter exists into three forms. Number one solid, number second liquid, number third gas. Solid, the intermolecular distance, for example, let us consider the chalk piece. The intermolecular distance in solid is very close. The intermolecular distance in solid is very close, because of which we can say that the solid have maintained its size and shape. Why the solid have maintained its size and shape? Because the intermolecular distance in the solid is very close. It is very small. That's why it have maintained its size and shape. But what about liquids and gases? The liquids and gases, they do not have their particular shape, but they can take the shape of a containing vessel. Whenever we take the liquid in a vessel or in a container, the liquid will take the shape of the vessel or the container. Okay? And it is the tendency, it is the property of liquids and gases that they can flow. Liquids and gases, they have a tendency that they can flow. And it is said that, और ऐसा कहा जाता है, it is said that the substance which can flow, ऐसी अशिया, ऐसी चीजें, ऐसी वस्तुएं जो फ्लो होती है, जो बहती हैं, the substance which can flow, it is generally called as fluid. What do we understand by fluid? Any substance which can flow is called as fluid. Okay? Fluid, it is the face of matter. Matter का एक face है. Fluid, it is the face of matter. Okay? Generally comes under the action of, or generally flow under the action of external force. आप external force लगाते हैं तो ये flow में आ जाता है. Fluid, it is the face of matter. Generally consists of liquid, gas and plasma. Now what do we understand by plasma? Plasma, it is the fourth fundamental state of matter. Matter का एक और एक fundamental state है. Generally matter exists into three forms: solid, liquid and gas. But it is said that liquid and gases have tendency to flow, and the substance which can flow is called as fluid. It means that fluid contains, or fluid is of three forms. Liquid, there are three forms of fluid: liquid, gas and the new one that is called as plasma. What do we understand by plasma? Plasma is the fourth fundamental state of a matter. It is the fourth fundamental state of a matter. Generally consists of gases of ions. क्या पाया जाता है प्लाज्मा में? इट कंसिस्ट्स ऑफ गैसेस ऑफ आयंस, इट आल्सो कंसिस्ट्स ऑफ फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, it also consists of free electrons, and it also contains neutral protons. Plasma, it also consists of neutral protons. Okay, it is said that, ऐसा कहा जाता है that the motion of a fluid, or whenever fluid is in motion, जब fluid motion में होता है, we can't discuss or we can't say about its motion, about its flow easily. It means that whenever fluid is in a motion, we can't describe it. That is, it is very complicated. जब fluid जब motion में होता है तो उसके बारे में कहना मुश्किल है. Why? Because to understand the fluid, let us consider some ideal assumptions about the fluids. Let us consider some assumptions about the fluid. Liquid की कुछ खास बातें क्या है? Very first point, that fluid is incompressible. क्या कह सकते हम? Fluid is इनकॉम्प्रेसिबल. कॉम्प्रेस का मतलब होता है जिसको सुकड़ना, जिसको कहेंगे सुकड़ने के ताल्लुक से. दैट लिक्विड इज इनकॉम्प्रेसिबल. इट मीन्स दैट इट्स डेंसिटी रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. इसका मतलब इसका डेंसिटी कैसा होता है? इसका डेंसिटी इट रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. सेकंड पॉइंट, इट इज सेड दैट फ्लूइड इज irrotational. Fluid is irrotational. Now fluid is irrotational, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? रोटेशनल आप जानते हैं. Irrotational, it means that fluid its motion is smooth. Fluid का मोशन जो होता है वो कैसा होता है? The fluid motion is smooth. Third point, another important thing that what do we understand of fluid? It is said that fluid it is nothing but non-viscous, जिसको कहेंगे fluid को और हम क्या बोल सकते हैं? That fluid it is non-viscous. Non-viscous, अब ये किसको कहेंगे? It means that non-viscous का meaning है that fluid have no viscosity, जिसको कहें नॉन विस्कस. फ्लूइड हैव नो विस्कोसिटी. अब नॉन विस्कोसिटी यानी क्या? इट मीन्स दैट इट हैव नो विस्कोसिटी. विस्कस फोर्स जिसे कहेंगे, fluid is non-viscous or it have no viscosity. It means that the internal friction in the fluid not takes place. Fluid में internal friction जिसको कहेंगे which does not take place. It have no internal friction. Friction whenever two objects kept one above each other, and when one tries to move relative to other, then at that time there is friction or there is an invisible force. उसको क्या कहेंगे? नॉन विस्कस. तो फ्लूइड में भी क्या पाया जाता है? फ्लूइड इट इज नॉन विस्कस, यानी फ्लूइड में इंटरनल फ्रिक्शन नहीं होता है, नो विस्कोसिटी. अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट इट इज सेड दैट फ्लूइड इट्स फ्लो इज द फ्लो ऑफ ए फ्लूइड इज द फ्लो ऑफ फ्लूइड इज स्टेडी. स्टेडी का मतलब हियर velocity of each and every point, at each and every point, velocity of liquid particles, gaseous particle remains constant. इसलिए क्या बताया गया? The flow of fluid is steady. Steady, it means that the flow of liquid particles, gaseous particles, their velocity is remains constant at each and every point. It is important for us to understand the difference between solids and fluids. It is said that solids can be subjected to shearing stress. It is said that solids can be subjected to shearing stress. Now, what do you understand by the term shearing stress? Shearing stress is nothing but the lateral displacement of any layer. Lateral displacement of any layer to its distance from fixed layer. This is nothing but the meaning of shearing stress. It is said that solids can be subjected to shearing stress. What do we understand by shearing stress? Lateral displacement of any layer. Let us see in the diagram. Named as A, B, C, D. Whenever the force is applied, what happens? The side AB just shifted. That is, A becomes A dash. Of the same type, D becomes, or D reaches to D dash. So what we can say? That solids can be subjected to a shearing stress. Okay. It is also said that solids also subjected to normal stress. Normal stress. Stress nothing but the ratio of force per unit cross-sectional area. It is said that solids can also be subjected to normal stress. The same diagram. What happens here? Yes. What is observing what we are showing in the diagram? Solid subjected to normal stress, it means that force is applying from all sides here. So what happens? The body gets compressed. That's why we are writing here, it is compressive. Whenever a force is applied from all sides of an object, the body gets compressed. Compressive. In another sense, let us consider another diagram. Now what happens here? Here forces are acting on the body? No. We are applying force from all sides to the outward side. So what happens here? Such form is called as tensile. Tensile nothing but change in length. The term tensile is called as length. Change in length per unit original length. It means that by applying force, we can change the length of an object. By applying force, we can compress an object. By applying force, the body just shifted from its initial position. That's why it is said that solids can be subjected to shearing stress, It is also subjected to normal stress. Okay. It is another important thing that generally solids opposes the shear stress. Solids, it opposes the shear stress. How solids opposes the shear stress? It is due to developing some restoring force. Solids, it opposes the shear stress. How? It is due to developing some restoring force. It is due to developing some restoring force. Thus we can conclude that, इससे हम पता लगा सकते हैं that deformation are, thus we can say that deformation are reversible. Deformation are reversible. This is the information about the solids only, that solids can be subjected to shearing stress as shown in the figure 1. Solids can be subjected to normal stress as shown in figure 2 and 3. Okay. But it is said that solids opposes the shear stress. How? It is due to developing some restoring force in it. Okay. And because it means that, thus deformation are reversible. Now what do we understand by the ideas about the fluids? What we can say about the fluids? It is said that, ऐसा कहा जाता है that ideal fluids can be subjected. Ideal fluids can be subjected to. Ideal fluids can be subjected to normal. Ideal fluids, a substance which can flow. Ideal fluids can be subjected to normal. It is said that, ऐसा कहा जाता है, it is said that fluids have very weak resistance for deformation. It is said that fluids have very weak resistance for deformation. It means that, इसका मतलब क्या होगा? Let us consider that. Consider the diagram. In this diagram, there is a small surface area dA within the fluid at rest condition. What the diagram tells us, there is a small surface area dA within the fluid at rest. Then at that time what happens? All forces acting, or the forces acting on both sides of the surface area remains same. There is a small surface area dA within the fluid at rest condition. Then at that time the forces acting on it are equal. Thus we can conclude that a small surface area dA within the fluid at a rest condition. Whenever a small surface area dA is within the fluid at rest condition, at that time forces acting on both sides are equal. Forces acting on both sides are equal. It means that we can say that the properties, we can say the property that fluids do not oppose the deformation. We can say that fluids, they do not oppose the deformation. It means they get permanently deformed. They get permanently deformed. ये हम कब कह सकते हैं? कोई सरफेस एरिया ds within the fluid at rest condition को है. What happens? Forces acting on both sides are equal. इसका मतलब fluids they do not oppose the deformation. It means that इसका मतलब क्या है? They get permanently deformed. Second point, fluids have the ability to flow. Fluid में क्या खास बात है? That fluids have ability to flow. Okay. Another important property about the fluid that fluids they can take the shape of a container. They can take the shape of a container. जिस कंटेनर में भी आप फ्लूइड को लेंगे, what happens? They have ability to take the shape of that container. Okay. It is said that the branch of physics which deals with study of fluids at rest condition. फ्लूइड है जो रेस्ट कंडीशन पे, एक ऐसा ब्रांच फिजिक्स का, द ब्रांच ऑफ फिजिक्स which is related with fluids at a rest condition, then it is called as hydrostatic. It is called as hydrostatics. What do you understand by the hydrostatics? The branch of physics which deals with fluids at rest condition, then at that time it is called as hydrostatics. These are the properties of fluids, that fluid they do not oppose the deformation. It means they can get permanently deformed. Second point, fluids have ability, they have tendency to flow. Third point, another important property that fluids can take the shape of any container. And the branch of physics which deals with fluids at a rest condition. फ्लूइड्स का ऐसा स्टडी, और फ्लूइड जब रेस्ट कंडीशन को होता है तब हम क्या बोल सकते हैं? फ्लूइड्स whenever at rest condition, at that time it is called as hydrostatics. Now let us consider about the motion of fluids. We are well familiar about the motion of a water in a pipe. We know that the motion of gas, cooking gas in a tube. We are well familiar about the motion of water in a river, in a canal. Such study of motion of water, liquid or fluid, the motion of a liquid, the motion of a fluid generally deals with a branch of physics called as hydrodynamics. What we understand by the term hydrodynamics? Hydrodynamics is the branch of physics which deals with study of motion of fluids What we understand by hydrodynamics? Hydrodynamics is the branch of physics which gives information of motion of fluids. It means that the fluids or the liquids which are in motion, they related to hydrodynamics. If the fluid is in motion, if the liquid is in motion, or if the water is in motion, their study is treated as hydrodynamics. That's why hydrodynamics is called as, it is the branch of physics which deals with study of objects, study of fluids which is in motion. And we are well familiar about the motion. Just I told you that the motion of water fluid in a river, in a canal, the motion of cooking gas, because gas also flow, treated as fluid. The motion of a gas, cooking gas in a tube. Okay. Now, what happens actually in the process of fluids in motion? To understand, let us consider a tube. Let us consider a tube. The fluid is in a motion. एक ट्यूब हमने बताया यहाँ पर डायग्राम में, जो क्या दिखलाता है यहाँ पर, दैट मोशन ऑफ फ्लूइड, मोशन ऑफ फ्लूइड यहाँ पर एक ट्यूब में दिखलाया गया है. whenever the liquid or fluid or gas is moves with a velocity, whenever a liquid or a gas is moves with a velocity is smaller than certain velocity called as critical velocity in a smooth form, at that time it is called as streamline flow of a liquid. What do we understand by streamline flow? Whenever liquid is moving in a smooth form, whenever liquid is moving in a smooth form with a velocity is smaller than certain velocity called as critical velocity, that is the limiting value of velocity, at that time such flow of liquid is called as streamline flow of liquid. What do we understand by streamline flow of liquid? If liquid moves smooth, if liquid moves smooth with velocity less than certain velocity called as critical velocity. What is critical velocity? The limiting value of velocity. If liquid moves in a container, in a tube, in a smooth form with a velocity less than certain velocity called as critical velocity, then at that time such flow of liquid is called as streamline flow of a liquid. Can also be represented by this diagram. Yes, we can show in this way also. What is happening in this diagram? In this diagram, the flow of liquid is in a smooth form. Okay. If the flow of liquid is in a smooth form with velocity less than critical velocity, such flow of liquid is called as streamline flow of liquid. What we are observing in both the diagram, in a streamline flow of liquid, the liquid layers seems to be parallel to each other. Here, the liquid layers are The liquid layers are parallel to each other. It means that what we can conclude? It means that here streamline flow does not intersect into each other. It means that streamline flow that does not intersect into each other. It means that they move with equal velocity. They move with equal velocity. Okay, and they are always parallel to each other. They are always parallel to each other. They do not intersect into each other. They move with equal velocity. It means each and every point, each and every layer seems to be parallel to each other. Okay, and here velocity is equal. It means that their velocity is here remains constant. Their velocity is remains constant. Such flow of liquid is called as streamline flow of liquid. What do we understand by fluids in motion? To understand the concept of fluids in motion, we are well familiar about the flow of liquid in a container, in a tube, in a pipe. We are well familiar the flow of gas in a cooking tube, or the flow of gas in a cooking tube. Another flow of water in a river, flow of water in a canal. All these things can be well understood with the help of simple diagram. Let us consider a liquid is in a tube. Its direction seems to be arbitrarily changes here. Direction area arbitrarily changes. If the flow of liquid is smooth, if the flow of liquid is smooth with velocity less than certain velocity called as critical velocity, at that time we can call it as streamline flow of liquid. Can also be represented by the following diagram. In streamline flow of liquid, all the liquid layers seems to be parallel to each other and they move with common velocity. Okay, and it is important thing that the liquid layers are here does not intersect into each other. Such flow of liquid is called as streamline flow of liquid. If the liquid moves with a velocity greater than certain velocity, if the liquid moves with velocity greater than certain velocity, then at that time the liquid layers seems to be not in the same direction. अगर समझो फ्लो ऑफ लिक्विड स्मूथ नहीं है, क्या होगा? फ्लो ऑफ लिक्विड इक्वल नहीं है, स्मूथ नहीं है. इफ द लिक्विड डज नॉट मूव स्मूथ with velocity greater than critical velocity, if the flow of liquid is not smooth, it means that if the flow of liquid is greater than certain velocity called as critical velocity, such flow of liquid is called as turbulent flow of liquid. Such flow of liquid is called as turbulent flow of liquid. What we are observing in the diagram, in turbulent flow of liquid, all the liquid layers are moved in a random motion. Random motion बिल्कुल आजाद मोशन, आजाद हरकत जिसको कहेंगे, जहां पर all liquid layers are moving in all possible directions. Their velocity does not remain the same. Okay, and what happens? They can intersect into each other. बिल्कुल अपोज, स्ट्रीमलाइन का बिल्कुल अपोज. Streamline flow of liquid, here the flow of liquid is smooth, here the flow of liquid is not smooth. In streamline flow, the velocity of liquid is less than certain velocity called as critical velocity. In turbulent flow of liquid, the flow of liquid is not less than certain velocity that is it is greater than that of certain velocity, called as turbulent flow of liquid. Another important thing, in a streamlined flow, all the liquid layers are seems to be parallel. In turbulent flow, all the liquid layers are not parallel to each other. In streamlined flow, they does not intersect into each other. But in turbulent flow, liquid layers can intersect into each other. In streamlined flow, they move with equal and they are parallel. They does not move with the same velocity. Okay. And the last point, that here the velocity remains constant. Here the velocity does not remains constant. Such flow of liquid is called as turbulent flow of liquid. Okay. Watch it.